Hi guys, it's Lindsay and I am here to try and explain allocation with multiple rates. So let's say we had this holiday baking company that has all these overhead costs and they want to figure out how to allocate to each department and for each product. So let's say their products are cupcakes and they have vanilla and chocolate cupcakes. And let's say they have two departments at this company, which are the Halloween department, which I'm working with an H, and the Christmas department with a C. Now, they also have two ways these cupcakes are kind of made. Two things that go into it are elf labor and cauldron machines, which help manufacture the cupcakes. So let's say they want to allocate these costs, and specifically they ask us how much of the overhead costs, or how much overhead should we allocate to the Christmas department for specifically vanilla cupcakes. So how are we going to solve this problem? We're going to need a little bit more information. So let's make a little table and let's write a total amount of overhead. Let's say the Halloween department tells us that they incurred $3,000 in overhead, and the Christmas department has $8,000. That's supposed to be $8,000 in overhead. And then let's say they also give us a number of hours. So they had 3,000 elf labor hours making vanilla cupcakes, 1,000 to make chocolate, and 3,000 cauldron machine hours and 2,000 cauldron machine hours for vanilla and chocolate respectively. So first let's calculate a rate, an allocation rate. To calculate an allocation rate, we're going to divide the total amount of overhead to the total amount of the cost driver. Okay, so what is our cost driver though? The cost driver is going to be labor hours or machine hours, but what if it's different for each department? For example, what if the Halloween says that that cauldron hours are their cost driver, and Christmas says that elf labor hours are their cost driver? Well, this is where the multiple rates comes in. We're going to calculate multiple rates so we can allocate more specifically to each department. So let's calculate for Halloween first. What would the allocation rate be? Well, we know their overhead total is $3,000, and the total number of cauldron machine hours is 3,000 plus 2,000, so 5,000 hours. So we're going to divide that $3,000 by 5,000 cauldron machine hours to get an allocation rate for the Halloween department of 60 cents. But 60 cents, what does that mean? Well, 60 cents should be allocated to the Halloween department for each cauldron hour that is used. Same concept for Christmas. They have 8,000 in overhead, and it's going to be divided by 4,000 total elf labor hours to get a rate for elf labor hours, which is going to be $2 allocated per elf labor hour. So now how do we specifically get our answer to the question? Our second step is going to be how much. We want to look at the Christmas department for chocolate. We know that the rate is $2 per hour for the Christmas department. Now we look for vanilla cupcakes, 3,000 labor hours, and we just multiply that together. $6,000, so $6,000 should be allocated to the Christmas department for vanilla cupcakes. What if we wanted to do it for, say, Halloween and chocolate cupcakes? Well, we could do the same exact thing. We have the rate of 60 cents per cauldron hour for the Halloween department, and so we just multiply that by 2,000, giving us $1,200 that should be allocated to the Halloween department for chocolate cupcakes. So I hope this example was helpful and fun, and just again, with allocating with multiple rates, it helps you to get a little more accurate, and it makes a little more sense than doing one big rate for everyone, splitting it up into something a bit more specific so that you can get a little bit more accurate of an estimate, because allocation is always an estimate. Thank you.